Greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good, here with a follow-up to my video, 10 characters you don't need in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which a lot of you enjoyed and understood, and a lot of you were very upset with, and I understand. Many of you that were upset expected this video today, which is 10 characters that nobody needs in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, as opposed to talking about characters that you may end up with on your roster that you don't need to level up, that you have to farm for certain characters but you don't need to keep pursuing. This is a list of characters that just nobody needs in the game. They're still in the game, and this might change in the near future. You never know with Capital Games adding more characters, more lifters, more Galactic Legends. You know, a lot of these characters here might become needed for a Galactic Legend farm or for some other team down the road. But as of right now, in the spring of 2024, ain't nobody need these characters. We'll start with Hoth Rebel Soldier right here. Hoth Rebel Soldier, yeah, you know, not to be confused, by the way, with Hoth Rebel Scout, who has a home on the Mon Mothma team. Because when you look at this basic, Hoth Rebel Soldier just does some offense down and inflicting offense down and whatever. This is weird, by the way. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 55% chance to inflict offense down for 2 turns. In addition, inflict offense down for 2 turns on a critical hit. Is that really an addition? How is the in addition the same thing as the 50? I mean, that's just the worst ability ever. It's up there. We're gonna see a lot of bad, but we'll look at these abilities today. I'm not gonna look through all of it. Oh, wait, let's look through this here. Taunt and grant Rebel allies defense up. In addition, he has 25% chance to gain 35% health up. I mean, this is just weird. This is like beginning of the game type stuff. A 25% chance to gain 35% health up. What does that even mean? I don't know. And gains defense up for 2 turns whenever an Empire enemy is defeated. If he has defense up, he recovers 20. Okay, all right, whatever. He's just not a good character. Hoth Rebel Scout, by the way, on his basic, has a chance to grant like a 50% chance to grant turn meter to the team. And on a Mon Mothma team, since he's going over and over and over again, he's always granting turn meter, and it keeps the turn meter train rolling on the Mon Mothma team. So Hoth Rebel Scout, yes. Hoth Rebel Soldier, no. Are you not entertained? There we go. Are you not entertained? Right, this reminds me of River Phoenix. Anyway, excuse me, Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, anyway. All right, so there. If you haven't seen Gladiator, by the way, not my problem. Go watch it. It's amazing. You gotta watch Gladiator. Hey, Jedi Knight Guardian, the cat of 9 tails, the fox of... I don't even know what is going on here. Does she have a tail? She doesn't. Maybe she's got a tail under the cloak. I don't know. I feel like she should have a tail. A little bit of in these bat ears. Maybe she's a bat. I don't know what the deal is, but Jedi Knight Guardian is needed nowhere in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Ain't nobody need her on the roster. Deal physical damage with a 55% chance. So just inflict offense down. Well, I mean, give me an Omega here and inflict offense down. Why are we doing this? Saber throw. Deal physical damage with a 55% chance to inflict ability block. See, again, just inflict ability block and then make me get a bunch of potency, right? This chance is increased to 100% on a critical hit. In addition, she gains defense up for 2 turns. And over here, while below 50% health, she has 30% tenacity and recovers 15% of her max. Yeah, but she's just not good. There's really nothing she really does. I don't even remember her being useful at the beginning of the game. There was a moment, I think when Jedi Master Kenobi came out, there was a moment at the beginning where she was useful, or was it the Qui-Gon Omicron? I don't remember. One of those two, people were like, oh, look, you can use Jedi Knight Guardian, and then it just faded really quickly. But yeah, nobody needs Jedi Knight Guardian on their team. She doesn't combine with any other Galactic Republic or Jedi or anything else to be any good in the game. And by the way, she's a tank that doesn't taunt, I believe also. Hey, Nightsister Initiate. You don't need her. She, this list does not include Nightsister Acolyte. Nightsister Acolyte has a kind of a cool ability where she stealths and gives AoEs and stealths some more and really stays stealth for almost the entire match. And that stealth can really cause some problems if, like, you got Zombie out there with Nightsister Acolyte and you don't have a team that's getting AoE, you'll never be able to target Nightsister Acolyte and you'll time out against that team. So, Nightsister Acolyte, you can find a spot. I agree, it's pretty limited anymore in today's game, but there's a spot out there. But, I mean, inflicted damage over time on a critical hit. But all these guys, hold on a second. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict damage over time for 3 turns. Okay. On a critical hit, inflict damage over time for 3 turns. Is it just me? Is that the same thing? I mean, that's been every character so far. On a critical hit, do something else. Ally gain critical chance up, deal physical damage, inflict buff immunity. That's not so bad. And if she has full health, she has 100% counter chance. Oh, well, I'm sorry. And without the Zeta, she has 70% counter chance. And otherwise, she has fit. And then if you get a Zeta, more offense and more counter chance. Look out for Nightsister Initiate coming soon to a theater near you. It's hard for me to envision that being useful, but you know what? With, I don't know, maybe they bring out a Ahsoka show Nightsisters and somehow she becomes a useful character. Maybe, who knows? Hey, Ugot, let's see if he has a critical... Let's see here. Deal physical damage. This deals 100% more damage to droids and inflicts defense down for 2 turns. At the beginning of the game, and I'm going to show you another one here in a minute, there were lots of characters that had, like, anti-droid synergy. The Jawas had anti-droid synergy. Ugot had anti-droid synergy, and another one I'll show you here in a minute. Lots of anti-droid synergy. I don't know if the intention was initially to launch a lot of droids that they didn't launch. Deal special damage with a 75% chance to stun droids for 1 turn. Ugot gains 9% evasion for each droid enemy and gains 25%. I mean, he just doesn't really do anything, and there's no real synergy with any other turns. He's just a light side support, and that's it. It's not even like an Ugot faction. Wouldn't it be really kind of fun to have an Ugot faction, much like the Jawas having a faction with a bunch of names that don't include Utini as a name, but we have Ugot here. I think Utini's an ability on one of them, but we have Ugot here. Wouldn't we like to see a bunch of Ugots in the game, working together with some synergy to have some fun? I think that'd be a blast. I don't know when they would squeeze that in or where it would really fall into. They didn't do it for the, was it the 40th anniversary of? Yeah. 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, but that's been a few years ago. That's been 4 years now. Maybe next year, the 45th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, we'll get a full Ugot team. But for now, there's just nowhere to put him. He doesn't give. Maybe light side support. Maybe you drop him into a Padme team and he gets a bunch of courage. I don't know. Do non-Galactic Republic get courage? I'm not gonna look it up. Let me know. Just saying. Hey, how about next? IG-86. Now, there are some droid teams coming back to life with Sortie being in the game, 50 RT being 5 ORT, whatever we're going to call her, but being in the game. We're seeing some droid teams come back to life, but not really this guy for the most part. Deal physical damage with an additional 50% chance of critical... Ooh, he's got an extra 50% chance of a critical hit. Watch out, boys and girls. If the attacking out, they both have critical damage and gains 4%, 5% critical chance for each droid ally and has plus 20% critical damage. Great! When your base start out as so low and there's nothing else going on. Now, I will say at one point early in the game, I've said this a lot, there was a droid meta early on with HK, IG-88, IG-86. We probably threw some other droids in there and I don't remember who it was. BB-8 maybe. I don't remember. There were a multiple droid thing under HK's lead, and then later on they reworked HK's lead. We tried it again, but really the only place you find droids right now is under a Rey lead. If you got Sortie on the Rey team, which a lot of people do, then you may put another droid there, but it's usually BB-8 instead of other guys. Or under a Sortie lead, you'll see some droids. You don't really see IG-86 very much, though. And honestly, aside from that very early droid meta, you've never seen IG-86 very much in the game. Nobody needs IG-86 on their roster. Nobody needs IG-86 level. Oh, and I know what it was. At the beginning of the game, for 7 years, he was one of the first dark side characters that you got, so a lot of people had him on the roster, had some gear levels on him, had some levels on him because you used him until you got some other teams to replace it with. So that's what IG-86 was used for early on. Now we got lots of IGs. IG-12, IG-11, IG-88's been there for a while. It's IG Central. We even see IG feats in Conquest, for goodness sake. So, hey, Etho. Guess what Etho has got, boys and girls? There it is. If the target is a droid, this attack has a 100% chance of inflicting defense down. It's only a 50% chance of defense down on one character otherwise. But it's, I mean, these early game mechanics are pretty funny. Deal special damage with a 75% chance to stun, 100% chance to inflict ability block if they are a droid. I mean, Etho really hates droids, man. Jedi allies gain 60 defense. Not 60% defense, mind you. 60 defense. What does that mean exactly? Absolutely nothing. It means your team does nothing for your team. Etho has 35% critical chance and plus 20% critical damage when attacking droids. Etho, I envision Etho in his childhood, and I know that Jedi have no attachment and whatever, but someone that Etho loved was murdered by a droid. And I don't know who it was. I don't know who it was. Maybe you guys know. Maybe there's some lore behind Etho that his family was killed by a pack of battle droids. I really don't know. And by the way, when he was released, there were no battle droids in the game. It was just Etho fighting against characters like HK. Was even HK in the game? I don't even know. Or IG-86 at the time. IG-88 probably. Just fighting those kinds of droids. And yeah, just tearing them up, baby. Just tearing them up. Don't farm Ugot. You don't need them. Nobody needs these characters on the roster. I'm gonna die. Again, there was a moment there at some point with a Datacron or something that was released. Maybe it was Qui-Gon or Jedi Master Kenobi again. I don't remember, where I'm gonna die was doing something really fun in the game, and I think Otto made a video about it. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember when it was. I don't remember whose team it was on. And it was a brief moment in time. One moment in time. And then it was gone. And nobody has used I'm gonna die in the roster before or since. The biggest thing about I'm gonna die, we'll see if we get critical chance. 100% chance if the target is a droid. Oh, it's more droid synergy. I didn't know that. Is there more droid stuff on here? Just the basic. Wow. They really didn't. I mean, Capital Games would be EP. Capital Games really had a lot of anti-droid synergy at the beginning of the game. Whatever, man. But the biggest thing about I'm gonna die when he first came out, because most of us didn't really know who he was. He was a limited character in Clone Wars. A lot of you guys, you'll know all the lore here. I don't know the lore between them, but just his name, I'm gonna die. And that was the best thing about I'm gonna die for a long time in the game, and still probably to this day. That's the best thing about I'm gonna die. Hey, Kit Fisto. We all love Kit Fisto. That magic winning smile of Kit. I wish we could get some teeth here. Give us some Kit Fisto teeth and make him do something here. That'd be great. Will he do it over here maybe? Do we get some teeth over here if I switch it over? Let's try it. I'm trying to look for some Kit Fisto teeth right now. No, we get no Kit Fisto teeth in the game. I really want to see that winning smile. All the ladies love the smile. Or and the guys, whoever, whatever floats your boat. I don't care. Yeah, that Kit. We're just missing out on this Marine guy's smile. Anyway, areas again. Are there droids in here? I don't know. Kit Fisto has a 50% chance to gain 15% turn meter with each attack. After a 30% chance to. So he has a 30% chance to attack again, and a 15% chance out of that. So he's got a 4.5% chance to gain turn meter? No, 50% chance. Sorry, got a 15% chance to gain 15% turn meter. I was going a little bit deep on that one. Deal physical damage and grant all allies potency up. That could be useful. Potency up isn't horrible. Yes. All allies gain 45% tenacity, and there it is again. 45 defense, baby. That's less defense than ETH cost leader, by the way. And he has 35% counter chance and 20% offense. Hey. I got nothing. Maybe if we ever get a water raid or something, Kit Fisto will be the guy. Maybe we'll get a rework. I don't know. Kit Fisto, nobody. You don't need him on your roster. You don't. Hey, Coruscant Underworld Police, calm down. It's gonna be okay. I promise your mommy will be home soon with your Capri Sun and your peanut butter crackers. Okay, you're gonna be okay. You don't need Cup in the game. I don't care how many memes he fulfills. I don't care how many people have him at level 69. I do care a little bit that he's a Galactic Republic support, and you might be able to find a Gidme use for him. I think that's kind of fun, but you don't need Cup on your roster. He has a 50% chance to stun. He has a 70% chance to inflict offense down. He gains 20% turn meter whenever he suffers a negative status impact. That's actually kind of cool, actually. Actually gaining 20% turn meter whenever he inflicts a negative status effect, which is only here with a 70%. That's I gotta say. And that's kind of cool. I haven't really looked at Cup for it. I mean, if he's taking a lot of turns, if you could make him to where he's doing a lot of damage, like with a bunch of stacks of courage. I still don't. I mean, when we talk about getting characters, you got to relic them for them to be useful, And relicking Cup, I know that some of you have done it. Probably several thousand of you have relicked Cup. You don't need it. It does. You don't need Cup. It's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's okay. Your dad will be back soon from getting the milk. Mommy will be back. with a nice little pillow for you and some Tylenol that you can chew on, you're gonna be okay. And our final character today that nobody needs in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, Ewok Scout. Maybe I should have saved Cup for last. I don't know. He's more interesting. Ewok Scout. I don't think I'm breaking any barriers here, but I was saving this for my pal, the Gerbil, but he watches this. So if anybody freaks out today, it'll be the Gerbil because he loves all his Ewoks. He does not discriminate in his Ewok love. He loves all of them equally, from top to bottom, from Princess Nisa down to Ewok Scout. Again, when the game first started, Ewok Scout for 7 years was one of the first light side characters they gave you in the game. And you would get them up to like level 50 or something and gear 4 or 5, something like that. And then you would never touch them again. You don't need him for the C-3PO event, although I've seen people like gear them up to gear 12 and do the C-3PO event with a bunch of gear 12 Ewoks and maybe one that's relicked. Congratulations. I do not recommend that at all, but you could do it if you'd like. So there you go, Ewok Scout. You don't need these characters on your roster, boys and girls. Hey, and let me know if I missed any of these. I don't think I missed here. I think this should be a pretty broadly agreed upon. I could be wrong, but I think everybody should be good to go on this. 10 characters that nobody needs on their roster in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Let me know what you think. I'll be curious to see how the comments on this one. Have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. And always remember, Nooch too good. Greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your favorite pontificator, the Nooch Father, Nooch Too Good, Star Wars Dad, and I'm here, well, you know, with the video that you didn't deserve, but that you expected. The video that you don't deserve, but that you did expect. I don't know, something like that. But, hey, I made a video, well, almost a week ago now, of 10 characters you don't need in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It was, broadly misinterpreted, but we had a lot of fun with that. There's no reason to be upset about stuff. We all got to move forward. And by the way, disagreement is why we're all here on this earth. It takes a village, and it really does. God bless it.